Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, get that bell notification on too so you don't miss out on a video. Welcome back to the channel where last time we were here in Fort Prairie, we did some rail fixes and some traffic fixes in a video in and around pretty much all over the region. In today's episode, we are going to be diving back into this series because it's been a little while, and we'll be developing kind of like a shopping mall area using the shopping mall's DLC, content creator pack that is, and we'll be kind of turning it into kind of like a transit-oriented development as well, some condos, shopping malls, and I'm looking forward to hopping back into this series. So let's hop out and take a look at where we'll be building. We are going to be building out in Bellevue, around Bellevue Station here. It's a great spot for some sort of commercial hub. It's got a good transit. We got a tram loop over here. We have one of our main rail lines through here, our metros that is. So I think a shopping mall, an open air kind of shopping mall area would be really cool in here. And then we can get some like transit oriented developments, some condos. Maybe we can play into a bit of historical aspects to this area as well. But a few notes on this series. If you're noticing that the lighting is a little different, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get it back to normal, to what it was before. But also, there's an issue because apparently everything is unlocked. So let's take a quick little look, for example. Everything is unlocked. All the unique buildings. And it's strange because we have a lot of this stuff already. Like even if we go into the stock exchange here, well, we have our stock exchange building right here in front of us. So yeah, not sure what happened, but I'll look into it. But if not, we might need to just be a little careful on when we place unique buildings. But yeah, I mean, they should still be working. Like if we go out over here, we have a factory. And it looks like it's working, so we could technically place a second one of these because it's not locked. But I do recognize that there is a lot of new people watching this series now because of our other series. So let's do a quick little peruse around the map, right? So this is Fort Prairie. Right over here is a historical trading post that has turned into city. When the rails came through, they came over in this direction because it's a little difficult to train over here closer to the fort. So they figured this was a good spot for it. We have a rail town that got set up around it with a nice connection into the fort. And they've kind of grown as, City 1 and City 2 kind of thing. But Fort Prairie has the downtown, and then Prairie Station over here is a bit more of like a medium density kind of area. But we have a nice downtown core set up here with a main kind of rail station right over here. Tons of parks all around. We have a few suburbs like out over this way, which is great. We have another one that's growing over here, which will get probably a little bit bigger. We have some farmland over on this side. Our main airport is over here. This is another smaller historical city, Walsenburg, over on this side, and Ordway over here as well. But plenty more to do. A couple small towns, an oil refinery, and then we have a haunted, abandoned city. Oh, bit of a autosave there. There it is. Holy cow. Jumping around a little bit. An abandoned mining town. So, yeah. So let's hop back over to Bellevue. And what is the story with Bellevue? Well, we have a metro line running through here. This metro line connects with the main kind of hub of, what are these towns' name again? Hanover Heights and Waltham. So it kind of connects up into here, it goes into the stadium, and then to Midtown where it has a major intersection. But it also has a tram loop that kind of has trams running from here all the way through into the university, I believe, into the downtown as well, perhaps. Perhaps just into the university, it seems. My goodness, where does this tram go? Should probably know that before we get going into the episode, right? Lines overview, and then we go into here. We should be able to see the transit lines. There we go. Yeah, so it's just this purple line, which connects up into University Station, and then all the way, oh wow, all the way over to Rock Park. That's a pretty good line there. But this also gives us a great opportunity to connect into, like, say, Orchard Heights down the line, or sorry, Old Orchard down the line, or something like that as well with this tram loop. So let's get building. What are we doing? First things first, let's clear the trees in this area. All right, so this is kind of like our build zone for today. Now, what is the town of Bellevue? Well, Bellevue was a small settler community that popped up here, probably French based off of the name. So what I'm thinking is we have kind of like an old town running along the waterfront here, classic French style with with houses right along the water. And this is kind of be Bellevue Street or something like that. Maybe we can play into like an older connection that runs into here. Maybe that's what they've turned into a tramway over here, for example. That could be cool. Lean into that historical element a bit, but maybe we can get a bit of commercial. But what they've done is they've redeveloped this whole area into a shopping mall, hence this brand new, wonderful station. Right in and around the station, we should probably get some condos as well, but let's talk about the shopping malls first. Because I'm really excited. I haven't used any of the shopping malls yet at all. So we go into our content creator packs, and then we go to shopping malls here. We can see them all. So we have a medium grocery store. We have a large grocery store. We have an open air mall, which is what we're going to be using today. And then open air mall phase 2. There is a shopping plaza and then the mega mall. Mall of Marvels, which we're not going to really do today unless we have time for it. So what's going on with this open air mall? Well, it's really cool. It's a pedestrian friendly building, right? People want to walk through it and in and around it. But I want to connect this up with this phase 2. I'm just not sure how they really connect up yet. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that we back this on to this tram loop. So it kind of looks like people can walk right from the tram loop into the shopping mall area, right? So let's get a road in through here, and let's place down that shopping mall so that it is perfectly flush with the tram loop. So I did not see this coming. There are parking lots on the back side of this building. So we have a couple options here. One of them is to turn this kind of area into a pedestrian zone. And what we can do is, let's just delete this, move this over here temporarily. We'll get a pedestrian road right here, and let's make it sandstone. Why not? Okay, very good. And then we'll grab this building, flip it around, and plop it down right here. So now that we can see this building kind of in its grand nature, let's see what phase 2 kind of looks like, because that'd be really cool if we could get these to connect up and whatnot, which I believe is the idea. Looks like it's in this direction, maybe, that it connects up. Do they even connect? I'm not sure. This is just a second part to it. Okay, well, I wonder if we can just kind of connect them up in a different way, you know? Looks like there's stairs right here in this building, so we want to make sure that that is partially included in what's going on here. So, you know, in theory, if we were to move it so that this staircase takes people right to this main entrance here, that would be really neat. But then we run into an issue with this parking lot here. So let's see how far we would need to go over so that the parking lot is somewhat realistic. And I mean, that's okay. That staircase just flows right down almost into this doorway, which maybe that's what we lean into. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I like how this is looking. We could probably move this whole thing over a little bit. It doesn't need to be entirely flush, does it? But let's see if we can perhaps move it onto this side. Or maybe what we can do is get a road right down the middle here. That would be cool. All right, so Bellevue Mall. Now let's take a look at what we got going on here. So we have some shipping containers on this side, but on this side, it also looks more shipping containery. But I like the way the stairs kind of work on this side versus on this side of the building. Nothing really here. So maybe this can be a bit of the more like industrial side of the building, like the shipping goods kind of area. So we should probably think about where we're going to be getting people to park because that's going to be important. But also we need access in and out of here. So let's take a quick peek. Uh, Parking. I think parking lots on this side would be good. It makes sense. This is the main. These are the main streets of the area. So parking along this little area would be good. So maybe we do shipping in and out of here. That would be pretty cool. But this is a quiet street though because it's a historical street, and so I guess we would need to ship people or ship goods underneath this bridge, which looks tall enough. Okay, so we can probably get some sort of industrial connection into here. But let's just go with one of these 4-lane roads first, because I think people would probably also use this to cut through this area at least. So right about here, yeah, that would be good. So maybe we continue this over a little bit more to about there, connect in like that. That makes sense. And then we'll have a pedestrian zone kind of start here. But we'll have like a road kind of going in this direction. Let's make it just a normal basic road, maybe with parking, just in case. And then we can bring this one almost into like a clean curve. Bring this out 4 units, for example, and then we'll just connect this up like that. That's pretty cool. It's a sneaky path in through there, and then we can get an industrial road that connects up into this zone here. So a bit awkward with the way this kind of works. Maybe what we could do is make part of this a road. No, I think it's probably best if we have the pedestrian zone kind of start there. That makes sense to do. So if we need an industrial road to kind of play with the idea that it looks like they're shipping goods in and out of here. Okay, very good. So we have that industrial road. And why did we need an industrial road here as well? Well, that is because we can use the the service points through here. So this is cargo and garbage. So I believe this one has 5 garbage trucks per week, and this one has 7 trucks. What is the combined one? Okay, let's just use the combined one. That just makes sense to do. Let's see if we can get this to look nice. Nice. I'm very glad that the way that this worked is that we have like a bit of a tree area on this side, because then we can really just play with this as far as we need, because those trees in the hitbox of the building can go over top of the road, or we can get this closer to the road, that is. So much so that I'm not even going to look at the other side of the building. I'm just going to look at the trees. That's about as far as we can go. And does that work over here? It does. Yeah, we can even just pull it back a little bit. Probably right to there. Maybe even backwards. Yeah, that looks really nice. Kind of hides it a little bit as well. That's great. And I've always been confused about what this is. This is kind of like the garbage sorting facility, but what are these bollards doing there? And what is this concrete pad supposed to be doing? Yeah, I don't know. But we can probably say that some garbage trucks can come in through here, right? It doesn't all technically have to go through this side. So let's get an industrial road. Let's make it a 1-unit one. And we could even just connect this up right off of this road. All right, so we have our service point. Now that is pretty close to the actual buildings, which is okay with me. You can put them fairly far away, but I thought that it would be cool to have the service point in this area. It's pretty similar in design to the shopping malls itself. So I think that's okay. We have a bit of industry kind of filling in the gaps, which is always handy to do. And I think it's just generic industry through this zone. But this reminds me, I believe that you can have a shopping mall commercial zone or something like that. Okay, we're just going to add in the wall to wall into here. That's strange. I thought there was a shopping mall's specific thing, but that's okay. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I should have made sure that that was true before I started talking about it. Okay, now let's get some water pipes. Looks like I didn't forget this time. That's good. A rare occurrence. All right, so the Bellevue Mall is coming along nicely. We have kind of the tram area, which is great. And then there's the shopping mall itself. But let's get some more commercial going in and around this area because this is quite the destination, isn't it? And then we can also work on the parking lot itself. So let's figure out how we're going to kind of connect up the parking lot in general with this area through here, because we're going to need to figure out where this main entrance is for this pedestrian kind of zone, which I don't really mind connecting up into the main street or something like that, which is called Olivia Street, but this should really be called Bellevue Street. Got an achievement for that. Interesting. Centurion? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened with my game, to be honest, but there's tons that's different, which is always the tricky thing coming back to an old city after a long period of time. Okay, well, that is probably the worst building that could have popped up in this zone. So let's make sure that we remove that. And this one, we can keep this one. Why not? I don't really mind this small building too. That's fine. This oil one, I don't know about that, but we'll let it be. Okay, so how are we going to connect up in here? Well, I'm thinking we need like a one-way road kind of thing. I don't know, maybe not. Just because I feel like a lot of people will be coming up from the highway. So maybe we have the only connection in and out of here for cars right off of this road here. That means we're probably going to need to upgrade this whole road into a 6-lane monstrosity. All right, so we have the new parking garage in here, which apparently you need to get a ramp to get into. So I probably should have leveled that out first. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. This is really, really cool. This is the first time I've used this parking garage, and I think it's really, really neat. This is from the Africa Content Creator Pack, I believe, and I think that's perfect. Like that's all we need. Like we don't need any more parking. It's good enough, right? Perhaps we can get a little bit more, but I think we're fine. Let's take a look at this building itself. It looks like there is some garbage receptacles over here. So we should probably play into that idea, right? That's a little strange of a location, to be honest. But over on this side, there's nothing. Perfect. That is great. It looks like a car snuck out the back door there. So let's maybe think about getting this to the same height as that, and let's see what's going on. Yeah, no, that car just glitched out. All right. So it looks like we need to get some sort of road into here for the garbage trucks. And that's fine. I mean, look, there's a ton of stuff going on. We could even go from this intersection Though I do believe probably something like right here is probably a better spot to get this road in through here. This can also kind of be like a semi-industrial zone because I think we could squeeze in some maybe honestly maybe garbage works out great. Maybe like a recycling plant or something like that. So I'm thinking about what to do with this little pocket right here, and I think we're gonna go with like a police station. I think that would be a good use of this area. Police and fire probably because I don't think there's much going on out this way. So yeah, it's a bit of a gray zone. So I think we might as well get a police station in here. That is cool with me. And then we'll just do fire too. We'll squeeze the two together. It's usually kind of how it goes, isn't it? So this isn't going to be an extremely detailed police station or anything like that. Oh, you know what? Aren't there new police stations from the Korea content creator pack? Right here. Yeah, this one. Oh, and the Africa one. Okay, let's remove both of these because we could squeeze in, like the fire department somewhere else. But what is this? That's very cool. I don't think this is going to work here, but that's a really cool building. The Korea one, the police security center. Yeah, this is good. This is like the mall security, right? This is where Paul Blart works. And Paul Blart, if I didn't say that correctly. And I believe there's also like a new one from the Korea pack as well. But I think we're going to go with like a typical fire station here. That just makes sense to do in this case. Let's plop it right there. Jumped on me a little bit because we should probably move this over a touch. Very cool. And I guess we just need like a mini parking lot here. So let's find that. I think there's one right here, but that might be a little too big. But that could work. That is also like the new parking lot. My goodness, words today. And look at that. Okay, so very good. Let's just add in some concrete through here to blend it together. Okay, I don't love how this looks. So one thing you can do to hide the jaggedness of the surface painter, which I believe in an update coming up, there's going to be like a change, and we can actually do this in vanilla now, which is mind-blowing. But if we go into our park paths, I was already in the right section, Steven. There we go. Grab one of these. It doesn't need to be this one, but it could be any of the Park Life DLC packs. So let's go with the amusement park one. And what we can do is just go into network multi-tool and go parallel. And we'll just go parallel from here all the way to here. Just like that. Click it in. Very cool. And look at that. It kind of hides some of the jaggedness. It wasn't as close as I was expecting it to be. So we can just grab all of the 3 nodes here and just scooch it right in. That's cool. And then we could even just continue it right into the plaza itself. So we could grab it right to about there and then curve it. All right, very cool. I enjoy how this is looking so far. This is great. All right, so we have these empty zones here, which would be fantastic to get some more commercial. Now I am seeing that there is a garbage issue, so maybe we need to sort out that really quickly. So we have a intersection right here. Maybe we could continue that over into this side and get a bit of garbage collection over on this side of this area. Maybe we can place some garbage somewhere else. Let's see. What's going on over here? Just an industrial bypass? Oh, yeah. Okay. I remember doing this. Let's get a bunch of garbage out over on this side. That makes sense to do. All right, quick little garbage area over there. Hopefully that helps out. Here we are. Hopefully, I mean, I would imagine that that's close enough, but once you get a city to about this size, it's a little tricky sometimes to get things to work efficiently because the game slows down and whatnot. As you can see, the trucks and stuff are a little slow. The game is a little laggy, but that is just the way things go sometimes. Okay, see this tram right here? Well, I think a great spot for a stop is right here. So let's add in a stop here and here because I think that this area right in this little pocket should be some residential. I think that would be a good little spot. We'll turn off zoning from that road so we have a nice clean intersection here, or a nice clean block. And if we go into our district zone, we should probably put we should actually probably do a whole other district here. Okay, how about we do a whole other district along the outside of Bellevue Mall, because I want this one to be like a historical area. So this one should be separate from the rest of Bellevue anyways. Okay, so I am wrong. Shopping malls is a style of building. There we go. Let's click that in. And I knew there was something up with that. Now let's turn zoning off of this road because I think it would be cool to get some commercial buildings in here. Now, I don't know off the top of my head, because I forget, how the commercial buildings look. If I need to make them high density commercial or anything like that. So I think we're gonna just do a quick little test here. Okay, well, nothing so far, but this is looking cool. Oh, this is because we have wall to wall on, I think, already in here. Okay, so let's turn wall to wall off. And my goodness, things you forget. Okay, so it looks like both high density and low density are coming in, so that's really cool. What are these buildings looking like? That's really neat. Never mind that. Okay, so now that I know that can come in, I'm going to be a little bit more picky with what's going on. Oh, high density, that was a European building. Okay, so maybe not. All right, so we shouldn't have anything there. And let's just go low density through here. Actually, let's leave a little space through here because I think we can create like another kind of path zone through here. That'd be cool. Turn off our guidelines and node snapping. And let's see, we're going to probably need 2 paths to fill this up. All right, so we have some shopping malls starting to come in here. Very cool. Let's get down low here. Let's see what's up. So we have a restaurant over here. Oh, that's great. These are looking real cool. I definitely like how this looks. And then over here we have a Larry Skylines park, which is just a little park for bikes. I thought that was very thematic to do, but looks like we need to fill in a few things with concrete. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the parking situation along these buildings, but what can you do? All right, so looking at this building, because this is one of the main buildings, Ocean City Mall, looks like there's some doors here, so we got to make sure that there's a path running through this side, so that means we need to move this over a little bit. So let's just grab it and scooch it over. No big deal. Let's make sure that it's flush. There we go. Then let's make sure we have a sneaky path right through here. All right, so looking at this side here, there's a few things we could do. We could get some condos along the street, which I think is probably what I'll do, just to add some height to the area. But it's also a really nice place because of all the shopping around the area, all the amenities, right? So I think this will probably be good. And then once we get this in, we can probably fill it in with some trees and some paths. And there we go. Nothing over here. That's strange. All right, so Bellevue Mall is coming along pretty nice. What do we have going on over here? Well, looks like we're whoa. Looks like we're gonna need to do a bit more concrete work, uh, just to kind of fill in the blanks. Because what I do is I assume that people would walk through these buildings and stuff to get to the mall. I don't really need to get too much going on with like some park paths and whatnot, like we did over on the other side. Yeah, that just kind of makes sense to me, at least. We can obviously add in a bit of decoration and stuff like that. Like, I think, curious to see what's going to come in right there, for example. Um, and then maybe, if we turn zoning off of this road? Did we? I don't know. Let's see if we do something like that. Oh, we took zoning off of there, too. That's funny. Oh, look, something is coming in right here. That's good to see. Because that would be a cool way to kind of transition the area a little bit, fill up the space a bit too. Always good. Let's see what it is. I mean, that's fine. I don't know what building that is. We'll let it level up too, because that would also be helpful. And then those haven't spawned in yet. Okay, so look at that. The mall has come along really, really good. But let's get Bellevue, historic Bellevue in, or old Bellevue, that is. So we have a bit of land right here. So I think we can probably play into that a little bit and make a few streets coming off of here. So should this street maybe continue along the waterfront? I think so. Let's get a just a normal road with parking. And then if we connect up here, turn our guidelines and stuff back on. Let's go with a free form. All right, so I built up the road network of this town just in that speed through here because I wanted to hurry this video up a little bit because this was the main focus of this of the start of the episode, but now we need to build up the historic town around it. So good little segue, I guess. But this is looking really good. I'm definitely pleased with this. So along historic or old Bellevue, spelt incorrectly, of course, we have the European suburbia, and that is going to create some fun, unique little old houses. But we need a school and stuff, so I think we should probably get that in first. I do enjoy just the classic elementary school in this situation. I think maybe we push this elementary school over to here on this side. Though I'm not sure if this is going to exactly fit, so let's see if we can make it work. There we go, quick little easy elementary school. Now I did also switch some things around over here. I don't know if I ended up finishing that though. Yes, so we have this kind of garbage area through here, but let's get a nice, simple, small commercial building. Let's see if that'll work because we're getting some illnesses happening here because of how close the building was to the industry zone. Okay, so let's see what we need in this old kind of neighborhood, really. Well, we just need some classic run-of-the-mill low-density zoning. But right through this kind of corridor here, I would assume that this is a bit more modern. So we can run some commercial. Just right through there. I think that's all that we really need. But what else do we need? Well, we already have fire and police technically covered, so we don't really need that. But we don't have a bank, so let's get a bank. A small bank. No, I was actually thinking this would be a cool building to put inside of this zone. That actually would be really neat. Let's see how much space we need for it. Okay, let's oh, sorry, cannot be placed on this road. Okay, but we can technically. Okay, so it just can't be in a pedestrian zone. Interesting. Okay, well, that changes things then. Let's get the bank. Good spot for it. And we have fire. We need healthcare now. How good is the healthcare out in this direction? Yeah, not good at all, is it? So we could probably go with like a hospital, but I think we're okay just to stick with the simple ones. So this is going to be kind of like the commercial hub. Maybe it's over here. Yeah, why don't we get this right beside the bank, actually? It's a good little spot for it. Very good. And okay, so we got fire, police. We actually have death care already covered, but we should maybe think about moving this. There we go, that works. And let's see what other healthcare buildings we could try and kind of sneak in here. The child healthcare center, for example. Yeah, we don't have any child healthcare over in this zone. Okay, so for amenities, I was thinking we could get a park running through this kind of area. So my favorite way to do that is to start off with just a basic park asset like that, and then connecting up the paths to encourage it to look a little like it's a larger park, right? So we can get a path right through here underneath the bridge there, and then we can run a path. We'll go with curved one this time. Right up to about there. There we go. And then we can connect this up as well. All right, so as that all zones up, we have a few other things to do. I think we need a high school, and I like this spot for a high school. It's perfectly square, it's right close to some transit, and it's right in a neighborhood that is gonna only really expand. So I think a high school here would be cool. Fence off this side, and we'll have the high school kind of access from right here. So let's see how large this high school asset is again. That would be a good reminder. And let's see. So yeah, if we can get it kind of like that, that'd be really cool. But maybe we turn it so it's like this. Yeah, let's do that. We'll turn it like this. Maybe bring it right down so that the concrete is all smooth like that. Okay. Now let's get a simple road, and we'll just run a road right through here. No parking though, actually. All right, so now that we have the high school in place, we got to get some sports going. And I really like the sports venues pack because I think there are some smaller stadiums. Nope, these are all massive. I'm so excited to use these in our other series. Just they look so cool. I love the look of some of these stadiums. But I guess they might be in parks then. Where are the new kind of just community baseball parks and stuff like that? This is an awesome asset. Oh my goodness, we might need to use this right here. That is so awesome. I love that a lot. Maybe we can move it over here or something then. But maybe we can do this another time though. Because let's get the soccer field in. Baseball Diamond 2. I think it's one or the other. And I think we're gonna go with the soccer field this time. So I wonder if we can get this with like some sort of pedestrian road or something like that. Because we don't really need this to be a real road, so why don't we do a pedestrian road? But yeah, that's cool with me. I think that that works out great. We could get another sports field in here. This is a good little spot. Oh, you know what? If this actually fits, that's really cool. Yeah, you know, I like that a lot. We're gonna need to get a better fence, but I don't know. It's just like right on the street and stuff, though. I feel like this should really be a little bit further back. Then we're kind of going into field here, which is okay. We're going into this area here, which is okay. But I don't think this is actually really working out. So we'll remove that. And why don't we make this? I mean, it could be just residential. It could be just open park as well. That could work as well. Community soccer park. This could be cool. I don't think it's gonna fit though. No, it's not gonna fit. Australian football. Hey. All right, so this is coming together real good. I'm liking how this vibe is, but right down in here, we have a bit of an awkward little situation. We have this little pocket of a neighborhood, which is really cool, but we should totally connect this up with a path underneath the bridge from here to here. So I think that's something really important to do is finding those little connections and making sure that you know, use them. So we'll swing out over into here and then just like that. Simple little walking path, and since we're at it, I'm sure people right here would want to have a sneaky little path. Then maybe even from this intersection up like that, I think would be realistic to do. So we can add in a few park assets like I was just doing before. Why don't we add in? Oh, it needs to be closer to a road. Well, maybe not that, but we could also just make it a park. I mean, it's no big deal to me. Is there a park nearby? There kind of is. Why don't we just grab this zone here? Add up all of this. That's still pretty close to where we're looking. We're gonna need like some sort of gate, aren't we? So I don't really want that gate, so we're gonna hide it. We need the gate in order to actually place the buildings down. So we're gonna use this one here, plop it down right there, and then we're just gonna be able to hide the fact that we're using that because it's so close to the road and the bridge. So I think we just do something like that. We should be good. And then we can actually place down some items. So I guess a playground under the bridge isn't a good idea. So what area must have main gate? Yeah. What the heck? Aren't we using that? Okay. Magnolia City Park. All right, why don't we just do that then? Magnolia City Park is fine. It can be Bellevue Park. All right, just something simple like that. It only really needs to be 1 star. But we need that gazebo right here. What the heck? Get that gazebo in, and maybe we get another one of these piers right along the river here. Okay, so I think we just need some trees around here then. And I think we're going to call it a day, folks. This was a good build. Quick little kind of one-off build of a neighborhood is cool, leading into a certain type of park as well. Or sorry, a certain type of building group as well, like the shopping plazas. So I enjoyed that immensely. I think it's such a cool addition. So I'm so glad that we have the option to add in shopping malls because there are a few more shopping malls that we can add in as well. So I think that's something that we should look into in the future. All right, so nothing better than just a little spattering of trees to kind of fill in the gaps instead of concrete, right? We use concrete a lot in the series for a good reason, but it's also good to mix it up a little bit with some trees. All right, folks. So Bellevue and Bellevue Shopping Mall is complete. I'm really enjoying how this looks. I love the how much residential diversity we have. We have buildings all the way over here, into condos and whatnot. So yeah, I really enjoy this. The game is frozen. Okay, there we go. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day, folks. Let's find a cool little picture of the shopping mall here, and we will talk soon. Peace out.